as I start this review, I would like to state, yes, that is Iron Man. Yes, this is DC. I ain't give a fuck. Let's go. It's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Waits for no man and ain't got time to shake your hand. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
Injustice is a superhero video game where superheroes fight superheroes versus supervillains. What? It contains time travel, changing the future, big bombs, and some crazy shit you expect in every single super video game. You know, it's just crazy. The game stars characters such as Batman, Superman, Joker, Lex Luthor, and many more that nobody cares about. The fighting is a fighting game because, well, fighting is in the genre of the fighting game. It feels very much like Mortal Kombat. While slower than most 3D fighters, it remains very brutal and tough feeling fighter. Same as Mortal Kombat, especially the last one. With an impressive roster, plenty of different destructible stages, a lengthy single player, and an online, does the DC Mortal Kombat game Injustice feel like a game that actually shines as a fighter or even a licensed game? Well, let's find out. That's my drum rolls. Shut up.
Maybe you won't kill your next family.
Waits for no man and ain't got time to shake your hand. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
The good. The good. Well, nothing's good. Just kidding. The good starts with its story. It's actually interesting in a fighter. What the motherfuck? Has anybody noticed like this is invading our gaming universe or something? Okay, seriously. Seriously? Okay, seriously. It's actually pretty great to have an actually fully voice acted, fully cutscene done story in our fighters. Which actually has a decent enough plot. Even though it feels like filler, who cares? It's like One Piece filler. It stays good. Voice acting is also top-notch, as well as the graphics. Except for some of the side characters, or like the regular people in the cutscenes, the character models of the DC fighters look, wow, great. The effects are great. The fully destructible environments are wonderful to watch and especially get destroyed. The fighting is both brutal and fun. It's not rated M, so no decapitating the bat, but overall it looks great and still remains pretty damn violent. The specials definitely have their own superhero comic feel, but they're also brutal as shit and remind you more of Mortal Kombat.
Heads up.
Each character has their own fighting style, and they all play pretty different, which makes it really fun to try different guys out. The reaction time in terms of buttons response is pretty good, and definitely better than the last Mortal Kombat's, though not really perfect, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The mini games between the final fights of each chapter are also really good. Most are pretty fun, and they somehow relate to the story, and most just break up fight over fight. So I think it's a good addition to the fighting genre in my opinion, and it's just pretty fun. It's nice to see. The bad starts with the crazy story. I enjoyed it. It has meat to it. That's right, meat. You girls like that. Doesn't mean it's not a bit fucking dumb and crazy. You know? You basically fight a lot of clones of yourself because it takes place in two different realities. Basically, story feels like a gigantic filler to be able to fight a lot of people, which are the same people that you play as. But it's really fun filler, like One Piece, like I said. Other bad is balance. Some characters are simply shit, while others are far too strong. A lot land in the middle, and if mastered, are a lot of fun to play as. Still, the unbalance is definitely shown more here than something like the previous Mortal Kombat, which is a bit odd if you ask me. They usually get the balance pretty right. The only ugly thing is the AI sometimes is great and beats you to a pulp like you fucked its mother, and other times it stands there, like literally just stands there and does nothing. Like, it'll stand there, wait for you to kill it. Like, what the fuck? That's simply bad AI and the only really ugly feature of the game.
Waits for no man and ain't got time to shake your hand. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
You get a good amount of 20 to 30 hours of gameplay just collecting stuff and finishing story mode, playing your friends, and then the online leveling up all that stuff. I mean, honestly, the game just packs so much content that's a great thing for fighting fans, and especially DC fans who want to collect all the costumes. DLC is constantly coming out with new characters, so fans who buy the game will definitely get more in the future, especially if you get into big tournaments. I don't believe it's the perfect game. Injustice does have balances issues and AI issues, but overall it's one of the better fighters out there simply because it has a story. And when I say fighters, I mean 3D fighters strictly. 2D fighters still rely on basic competition. 3D fighters, I feel, have to advance, and this is a pretty cool idea to add little mini games throughout and basically make it a lot more story driven and so on. So overall, I give thumbs up. They've done a really good job of bringing a DC game that I actually care to play. Not a huge DC fan, but this definitely came through as something I definitely enjoyed. So I'm going to give this a solid, very, very high rent for any, you know, fans of fighter, because this might not be your cup of tea. But if you like Mortal Kombat or you like anything of DC and you're a huge fan of it and you like collectibles, this is definitely a buy when cheaper. It's not really a full buy, seeing as a lot of the characters that people want to play as, especially comic fans, they're coming as DLC, meaning you have to pay extra. Not cool. But it's definitely buy when cheaper. Hit $40, $30. You're big into Mortal Kombat type fighting style and you like DC, it's all for you. Definitely buy one cheaper. Everybody else, definitely rent it. It's a unique fighter in just the sense that you actually get to play through a story mode that's decent in a fighting game. Miracle. You know, I can never understand why people really love Batman. I mean, what is appealing about this guy?
I will destroy you.
And even if you don't want to talk about Nolan's Batman, the regular Batman has the most monotone friggin' voice that I fall asleep. I'm going to stop you. Oh, you're gonna stop me. You sound like you're going to put me to sleep, if that's what you mean. Though I still love the Joker, even in this game. He's a psycho. He's a lunatic. He's beautiful, and he's a creature that everybody should admire. Hey, Bats, I'm gonna kill you. The Joker's voice. So go fuck yourself. We've been through this in Batman Arkham Asylum City review. I truly love that Harley Quinn's tits are just about to fall the fuck out of her dress. Why does Wonder Woman look like a guy? Green Arrow, shave your fucking goatee. You look like an idiot. Aquaman. Actually, Aquaman's pretty badass in this game, I gotta admit. Batman looks like he has tits. Lex Luthor in a robot suit, it just still makes me laugh till this day. Raven from Teen Titans. I didn't even know she grew up. I thought she basically died. She's fucking ugly as a grown-up. She's hotter when she's a kid. As disgusting as that sounds, you see her in Teen Titans, you're like, wow, when she goes older, she's gonna be pretty hot. No. No. He's an ugly motherfucker. Ugly. Like, nasty. Like... Cyborg. That is mine.
Pleasure's all mine, Slade.